On this graph, we're going to be mapping exposure with shutter speed, aperture, and ISO. So irrespective of what each of these individual settings mean, we're looking at the relationship between each of them. And how if you move one up, you probably need to move another down. So here I've moved the aperture 3 stops up, and to balance that, I'll move the shutter speed 3 stops down. And the exposure looks just like how we started. I'll put the aperture back to where we had it. 3 stops back down, and I'll move the ISO 3 stops up. And again, this isn't talking about how you would correctly expose an image. This is just looking at the relationship between shutter speed, aperture, and ISO. Let's have one more example. So we'll start with the aperture again, and we'll go 3 stops down. And with the shutter speed, we'll also go 1, 2, 3 stops down. So other than being very underexposed, we can accurately say this is 6 stops under, 3 stops under with shutter, 3 stops under with aperture. So we should go 6 stops higher with the ISO to bring it back to how we found it. And there is a bit of grain in this image, you can see, and I could probably accentuate that a bit more. I'll move the shutter speed down. There's room on the dial. I'll go down 1 more stop, and I'll put the ISO up 1 more stop. And I suppose if you did the equation on that, 7 minus 3 minus 4 is 0, and that is a relationship.